Hello student, this is the lecture number 4 on the chapter that is AC circuits, chapter number 13 from physics. Before to start this lecture number 4, in the one previous lecture that is in lecture number 3, we have studied that the AC voltage applied to the inductor, and from that lecture the one point is remaining from the AC voltage applied to the inductor. First, we will complete that point, then we proceed today's lecture. In the previous case, that is the inductor, that is AC voltage applied to the inductor, and at that time the point is left that inductive reactance, it is denoted by Xl. What is this inductive reactance? Okay, what is the inductive reactance? This is the point left from the previous lecture. Okay, now see, at that time you get this equation, that is I0 is equal to E0 upon omega L. If you compare this equation with the Ohm's law, in case of Ohm's law, current is nothing but the voltage upon resistor. So compare this equation with the Ohm's law, I0 is equal to E0 upon R. I, E0, E0, and this R is equal to, here in case of inductor, that is omega L. What is R here? That is the resistance which opposes the current. In the same way, what is R in case of inductor? That is omega L. Therefore, you can write R is equal to omega L. In the AC inductive circuit, the omega L, this is nothing but the resistance. It means when the AC current is flowing through the inductor, that inductor also opposes that AC current by this amount. So, the opposition offered by the inductor to the flow of alternating current through it, it is called as the inductive reactance. It is called as the inductive reactance of that inductor. म्हणजे जसं रेजिस्टन्स मधून करंट पास केल्यानंतर रेजिस्टन्सचा करंटला अपोज करतं, तसं इंडक्टर मधून एसी करंट तुम्ही पास केलं तर दॅट इंडक्टर आल्सो अपोज the flow of AC current through it, and that opposition is called as the resistance of that inductor. It is called as inductive reactance. It is denoted by Xl. How it is calculated? By comparing this equation, we get R is equal to omega L. It means the inductive reactance of the inductor, that is Xl is equal to omega L. We write 2 pi Fl. This is the very important. The inductive reactance, that is the resistance of the inductor for the flow of current Xl, that is equal to nothing but omega L. So omega L is equal to, instead of omega, We write 2 pi f. Think omega, that is the angular velocity, and instead of that we write 2 pi f and this L as it is. Where f is the frequency of AC. Where f is the frequency of AC. Therefore, for DC, if you connect this inductor to DC voltage, for DC f is equal to 0, and as f is equal to 0, XL is equal to also 0. It means if that inductor, that coil is connected on DC voltage, in case of DC the frequency is 0, and therefore the inductive reactance, that is the resistance of that inductor, is also 0 for the DC. म्हणजे डीसीला डीसी करंटला ते इंडक्टर अपोज करणार आहे का? नाही, कारण त्याला रेजिस्टन्सच नसणार आहे डीसी मध्ये त्या इंडक्टरला. सो the inductor pass the DC, but in case of AC, if the frequency is high, this resistance of the inductor, that is inductive reactance, is also maximum. So the inductor pass the DC, कारण DC पास करताना त्याला रेजिस्टन्स नसणार आहे, विरोधच नाही, इझिली पास होणार. बट फॉर AC, if the frequency of AC is high, at that time that high AC current is blocked by that inductor. Got this point clear? Now say the resistance, you know the dimension and unit of the resistance. Unit of the resistance is ohm. Here this omega L is also the resistance of inductor, only it is called as the inductive reactor. So the dimension and unit of this inductive reactance is also the same as the resistor, the unit of the inductive reactance, that is ohm. Got this point clear? Now you have to start the today's lecture. That is the lecture number 4. Now in today's lecture, you have to study the next AC circuit, that is the third AC circuit, AC voltage applied to capacitor. Before to see this, already you have studied the two AC circuit. First, that is the AC voltage applied to the resistor. At that time, due to that AC voltage, the alternating current is flowing and there is no phase difference between the alternating current and alternating voltage. Zero phase difference, or current and voltage are in the same phase in case of resistor. After that, the second AC circuit, that is AC voltage applied to the inductor, and in that case the alternating current lags behind the alternating voltage by the phase of pi by 2. That point you have studied in the previous lecture. Now AC voltage applied to the capacitor, it means when this AC voltage applied to the capacitor, due to that AC voltage the alternating current is flowing through this capacitor. What is the relation between that current and voltage, that you have to find. प्रत्येक केस मध्ये काय करतो आपण, AC voltage अप्लाय केल्यानंतर त्याच्यामुळे जे AC करंट फ्लो होणार आहे, we find the relation between the alternating current and alternating voltage. It means there is a phase difference or no phase difference, and if there is a phase difference, how much phase difference. Okay, so see, capacitor la AC voltage apply kelele, the capacity of this capacitor, that is the C. Now what is this capacitor? The capacitor, one electrical device. In this capacitor consists of two parallel plates of metal, and when voltage is applied here, due to that the current is flowing, it means charge is flowing, and due to that current, the charge, one type of charge, is deposited on one plate of the capacitor, and by the induction method the same amount of opposite charge is developed on the other plate. Here it is the positive, here it is the negative, and due to that the potential, there is a potential difference across the plate of the capacitor. या कॅपॅसिटरच्या अक्रॉस काय होणार आहे, पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स तयार होणार आहे. The function of the capacitor is to store the electrical energy in the form of charge. Electrical energy store करण्याचं काम हा डिव्हाइस त्या ठिकाणी करतो. So when the AC voltage is applied to such a capacitor, the alternating current is flowing, and what is the relation between them, that you have to find. Suppose this amount of AC voltage is applied to capacitor called as equation number 1. Due to this AC voltage, the AC current is flowing. The current is nothing but the rate of flow of charge. So that charge is deposited on one plate of the capacitor. And just we had seen the same amount of opposite charge इकडे जर पॉझिटिव्ह असेल तर तेवढ्याच अमाऊंटचा इकडे निगेटिव्ह चार्ज डेव्हलप होणार आहे. सो द potential difference is developed between the plates of the capacitor. And that potential between the plates of the capacitor is calculated by using charge upon capacity of that capacitor. The capacity of capacitor, it means how much amount of charge is stored on here. किती चार्ज तो स्टोर करू शकतोय, that is the capacity of capacitor. So the potential between the plates, that is V is equal to Q upon C. You have to study this capacitor in detail in the one previous chapter. At that time you clear all these points again. So V is equal to Q upon C. Got this? Q is equal to CV. V means voltage and E also voltage. So instead of V, we write here that is C as it is E, called as equation number 2. What this? This is the charge. This is the charge. Okay. The instantaneous value of the current I in the circuit. आता charge जर मिळाला तुम्हाला, how you get the current? The rate of flow of charge is called as the current. So the value of current, that is I is equal to rate of flow of charge. So dq upon dt, that is equal to, put the value of q, that is d by dt is equal to d by dt, C as it is, put the value of E from equation 1, E0 sin omega t, that is equal to C and E0 both are constant. So take outside, and the derivative of this sin omega t is nothing but the cos omega t into omega. आता याचा डेरिव्हेटिव्ह साइन ओमेगा टीचा डेरिव्हेटिव्ह कॉस ओमेगा टी इंटू ओमेगा टी इंटू ओमेगा, हे तुम्हाला माहीत असणं गरजेचंच आहे. मॅथमॅटिक्समध्ये तुमचं हे सर्व झालेलं आहे. हिअर इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी टू एक्सप्लेन हाऊ इट कम्स. ओके. देन I is equal to, therefore I is equal to, आता इथे काय करता येईल बघा आपल्याला, E0 this omega and this C, omega C कसं लिहिलं आपण, E0 upon 1 upon omega C लिहिलं. If you transfer this omega C to the numerator, काय होणार आहे, 1 upon omega C म्हणजे हेच वरती जर गेलं तर याला काय होणार आहे, ओमेगा C as it is. फक्त ऍडजस्टमेंट केली, E0 upon 1 upon omega C cos omega t as it is, that is equal to E0 upon 1 upon omega C. And now again, instead of cos omega t, we write sin omega t plus pi by 2, standard formula. यालाच कसं लिहिता येईल आपल्याला, यामध्ये लिहिता येईल. That is the equation number 3. Got up to this? Now in equation 3, I is equal to this. In this equation, where the peak value of current आपण लिहितो ना, I is equal to I naught sin omega t. The peak value of current, that is I naught is equal to काय लिहिता येईल, E0 upon 1 upon omega C. I is equal to I naught sin omega t असं इक्वेशनचं फॉर्म आहे. त्या इक्वेशन नुसार instead of I naught, how to write, E0 upon 1 upon omega C, that is the equation number 4. What this point? Therefore I is equal to, याच्याबद्दल काय लिहिलं आपण आता, I naught sin omega t plus pi by 2, equation number 5. Now see, compare the equation. Equation 1 and 5. Now this is the very important part. By comparing the equation 1 and 5, the equation 1 is this and this. First see, the equation 5 gives us the alternating current flowing through the capacitor due to the alternating voltage. applied to the capacitor. हे काय देते तुम्हाला त्या कॅपॅसिटर मधून फ्लो होणारा अल्टरनेटिंग करंट देते आणि इक्वेशन 1 gives us the alternating voltage applied to the capacitor. What is the relation between these two? By comparing the equation 1 and 5, we find that in case of capacitor AC circuit, the alternating current leads the alternating voltage by pi by 2. क्लियर होतोय ना? इथे ओमेगा टी आहे आणि here it is omega t plus pi by 2 plus pi by 2. So by comparing these two equations, it is clear that in case of capacitor, the alternating current leads the alternating voltage by the phase angle of pi by 2, that is 90 degree. Got this point clear? Resistor मध्ये no phase difference. Inductor, in case of inductor, the current lags behind the voltage by the pi by 2. And in capacitor, the current leads the voltage by pi by 2. Lags means पाठीमागे आणि lead means voltageच्या पुढे किती फेजने pi by 2. Got this point clear? This is the very important point here. Now, this can be shown by the graph. हेच तुम्हाला आता ग्राफने आपल्याला दाखवते. Angle of rotation. Here we take E or I. हे जे सांगितलं कंपॅरिझन नंतर फेज इथे क्लिअर होईल आता तुमच्या. सपोज दिस इज द EMF E0. ओके, हा फेज किती असतो पाय बाय 2 पाय इकडे 2 पाय. ओके, दिस इज द अल्टरनेटिंग व्होल्टेज applied to the capacitor and due to this the current is flowing. परंतु करंट कसा असणार आहे? leads the alternating voltageच्या पुढे असणार आहे and so that current is shown here. बघा आता अल्टरनेटिंग व्होल्टेज त्याचा फेज किती आहे 0. पण त्याच वेळेस अल्टरनेटिंग करंट लीड्स बाय फेज ऑफ पाय बाय 2. देअरफॉर करंट 0 ला न दाखवता आपण इथून दाखवलेला आहे. हे 0 असताना हे त्याच्या पुढे फेजने दॅट इज द पाय बाय 2. देअरफॉर द डॉटेड line indicates that the alternating current. What is point clear? The next phasor diagram. ठीक है, this is the horizontal axis. बघा कॅपॅसिटर मधला अल्टरनेटिंग व्होल्टेज या रोटेटिंग वेक्टरने दाखवलेलं आहे. E इज इक्वल टू E0 साइन ओमेगा टी म्हणजे हे अल्टरनेटिंग व्होल्टेज जे असणार आहे. दिस अल्टरनेटिंग व्होल्टेज इज रोटेटेड with the horizontal axis, that is omega t. Okay, the projection, this is the maximum value of the EMF, so it is indicated by E0, and if the projection is taken on this axis, then it is the instantaneous value of the alternating EMF. Now how you show the alternating current? By the rotating vector. Now see here, rotating vector जर तुम्ही anti clockwise rotate केली, it is increasing, and if you rotate the vector of current or voltage in the clockwise, then it decrease. So here the relation is that current is leads voltage च्या पुढे, so that current is shown, that current vector is shown in this way. Okay, this is the maximum value and the projection of it on this axis, it gives the instantaneous value. Okay, pi by 2 ने करंट लीड्स ला असणार आहे, पुढे असणार आहे. This is the phasor diagram. Then again, how it is remember? C, N. जसं इंडक्टरमध्ये तुम्ही एक ट्रिक बघितली तशी इथे सुद्धा CCL. CC. C means capacitor. C means current. आणि L means lead. Very simple. IPL इंडक्टर पोटेन्शियल लीड, म्हणजे इंडक्टर मध्ये पोटेन्शियल हे लिडिंगला असतं, पुढे असतं किती फेजने? π/2. CCL in case of capacitor, current leads the alternating voltage by the phase of π/2. हे लक्षात ठेवा, या दोन्ही ट्रिक जर लक्षात ठेवलं तुम्ही काहीच अवघड नाही. CCL in case of capacitor, current leads the alternating voltage by the phase of π/2. It means in case of capacitor, the alternating voltage lags behind. तेच उलटा तुम्ही कसं सांगू शकता? Alternating voltage lags behind the alternating current by the phase of π/2 in case of capacitor. हे लक्षात ठेवा. तिन्ही पॉइंट MCQच्या दृष्टीने अतिशय महत्त्वाचे आहेत. कॅपॅसिटर सेम फेज, देयर इज नो फेज डिफरन्स. इंडक्टर IPL, the current is lags behind the alternating voltage by the phase of π/2, or voltage is leads the alternating current by the phase of π/2. Capacitor CCL कोण पुढे असणार आहे? करंट. Current is leads the alternating voltage by the phase of π/2, or you can say that voltage lags behind the alternating current by the phase of π/2. What this point? Now next point. Here, that is the capacitive reactance. It is denoted by X. Again, what is this capacitive reactance? You know the one equation here, that is I is equal to E0 upon 1 upon omega C sine of omega t plus π/2. Just you had seen this equation. In this equation, this is the alternating current flowing through the capacitor. In this equation, where I0 is equal to E0 upon 1 upon omega C. Already you had seen it. त्याच्याबद्दल काय लिहू शकता तुम्ही? I naught sine. So instead of this, we write this. Compare this equation. Compare with Ohm's law. Ohm's law काय सांगतो तुम्हाला? करंट that is equal to potential upon resistance. Potential same meaning. So I0 is equal to, you can also write here, that is E0, potential upon resistance. If you compare the equation of current in the capacitor with the Ohm's law, this equal to this equal to this, and 1 upon omega C, that is equal to R. So by comparing, we get R is equal to 1 upon omega, 1 upon, yes, R is equal to 1 upon omega C. या R बरोबर हे येणार आहे 1 upon omega C. So in case of capacitor, the resistance is nothing but 1 upon omega C. याचाच अर्थ, when the current is flowing through the capacitor, that capacitor opposes the flow of that alternating current. That capacitor opposes the flow of alternating current, and therefore that capacitor having resistance, and its resistance is called as the capacitive reactance. The opposition offered by the capacitor for the flow of current, currentला capacitor कडनं जो oppose केला जातो, that is called as the resistance of the capacitor, and it is capacitive reactance. त्यालाच काय म्हटलेलं आहे? capacitive reactance. जसं inductive reactance होतं, capacitive reactance it is denoted by Xc, and so we write Xc is equal to 1 upon omega C. कॅपॅसिटीचा जो रेजिस्टन्स असणार आहे त्या रेजिस्टन्सलाच कॅपॅसिटिव्ह रिएक्टन्स, दॅट इज X is equal to 1 upon omega C, 1 upon 2 pi fc. Instead of omega, we write 2 pi f. F is the frequency of the AC. For DC, f is equal to 0. हे कॅपॅसिटर जर डीसी वरती तुम्ही जोडलं तर डीसी ला फ्रिक्वेन्सी नसते एफ इज इक्वल टू 0. एफ इज इक्वल टू 0 म्हणजे 1/0 म्हणजे एक्स काय येणार आहे, दॅट इज इन्फिनिटी. एक्स इज इक्वल टू इन्फिनिटी म्हणजे कॅपॅसिटरचा रेजिस्टन्स डीसी साठी कसा असणार आहे, इन्फिनिटी असणार आहे. अँड देअरफॉर डीसी इज नॉट पास थ्रू द कॅपॅसिटर. DC is not passed through the capacitor because at that time the resistance of that capacitor is very high, that is infinity. Again, for AC, if the frequency is maximum, capacitive reactance is minimum. म्हणजे AC ची फ्रिक्वेन्सी जर ज्यादा असेल तर त्या कॅपॅसिटरचा विरोध कसा असणार आहे, कमी असणार आहे. फ्रिक्वेन्सी जर कमी असेल तर त्याचा रेजिस्टन्स कसा असणार आहे, म्हणजे त्याचा विरोध कसा असणार आहे, जास्त असणार. सो फॉर AC, फॉर हाय फ्रिक्वेन्सी, दिस कॅपॅसिटर ऍक्ट्स एज अ ओपन सर्किट. इट मीन्स that high frequency AC is easily passed through the capacitor. Okay, all these points from this article is gets clear. In today's lecture we will stop here. The remaining part, that is the fourth AC circuit, resistor, inductor and this capacitor. Now all these three are connected together. It may be in series combination or maybe in parallel combination, and then AC voltage is applied to to the combination of all these three, and that part you have to study in the next lecture. Thank you.